Okay, so the new steering committee is composed of Sébastien, who had 59 votes, Sipke with 49 votes, Ilan, 48 votes, and Piotr with 37, and myself with 50. So congratulations, in particular to Ilan, who is our new steering committee member. So welcome. And thanks to everyone who voted. We had great turnout. We had how many votes? We had 60 votes. Great.
Who is Nick?
That's very good. So that's it for elections. This is done.
Okay, everyone. See you next week.
So who is Nick Daniels?
I don't know, but
He's not there. Or is it some pseudonym that we don't know, like, I don't know, Agono, or...
Yeah, I did not make a connection.
Because
well,
if you
go to the candidacy thread, he presented himself. So
yeah, it's weird.
let's check.
You will expect someone who participates in election to show up at the meeting, at least.
Well,
it's like Obama not going to a debate, no?
I personally hope Obama is going to get more votes than that.
Can I give him 5 votes?
It's too late. Where is he? Oh, that's Reverend. Of course you know him.
So he should have he should have said that.
Well, if you look at the I shouldn't have used names, but I should only have used nicknames.
Maybe, or people should use their name.
It worked fine for Sipke, for example.
Yeah, but maybe.
Okay, it's a good suggestion. I think next time we want to limit the number of votes you can give to a given person, and we want to add both name and nickname.
People could use their name as their login, you know, like Bertrand, Leroy, Sébastien Ross. Like, what's the point with Nightwolf 12 or Piedon or whatever? I don't know, you know.
It's so
jet ski, some random number. And...
Oi, that's not a random number. AOL generated that for me 10 years ago.
Yeah, you see?
So it's a 10-year-old random number then.
It's a bit older than that, actually. It's, yeah, is it 10 years? No, it's way older than that. Probably 18 years now. It's an 18-year-old AOL handle.
Okay, do we have all the new committee members on the call?
No.
No. Who's missing?
Well, yes then. But you can remove on. Can I? Yes, I can remove people from the meeting. Okay, I did so. I removed Antoine because he didn't vote for me. And who can I remove to? Okay, let me see the stats. I think Sipke didn't vote for me either. Bye bye, Sipke. Okay, he's removed. Okay, who then?
Did you really do that?
Yeah.
He's really removed.
Oh, he's black. No, I should ban him. Okay.
Just.
Okay, you're allowed to stay there.
Okay.
Well, Antoine is not back. I'm sure he was
has
watching
a demo.
the game.
I think Zoltan has a demo as well, right?
Yeah, actually 2.
2. Okay, so we have lots of demos today. So, so who's missing from the new steering committee?
Nobody.
We have Ilan, we have Piotr, Is Piotr here?
Yes.
Yeah, he is.
Well, his account is here.
Oh, everybody's here? Okay, so who wants to be dictator? I do. Any other candidates? Speak now or remain silent for a year.
We're afraid.
Afraid of what?
A smiling dictator. Offline, it's a different story.
I see. Okay. Well, so that's done. Let's switch to demos then. Who wants to start? Tipka? Who's ready?
I can.
So
Are we ready, Zoltan?
Let's finish triaging, then we have all the time we want for.
You want to do triage first?
Yeah. Then
the
it's done.
first
It will be quick.
Okay, so let's
I
do it.
already did yesterday. Opened what I wanted to open and didn't open what I didn't want to open.
Did you answer my question that I left you on Skype before I went to bed?
Did I? Yeah, I think so. No, didn't I?
I don't know. Did you? You didn't send me a message to say you did or not. So
I answered to you. And oh, it's like there is a not delivered yet icon. Oh, you have to connect. You have to connect to. Oh, you are connected. It's weird. I fixed it.
oh, hold on. You replied saying no, you broke it with a question mark. Oh, thanks, man.
And it's fixed. Okay, so triaging. Everyone sees my screen. Active 1.6. We have 9 bugs active. Okay. They should all be fixable very soon, like today or tomorrow. Who's not here? Unless he's using.
So the bar should be very high now to take.
Yeah. Very, very high. Like good luck.
Okay, so let's look at.
Can anyone see the screen?
Yeah.
Oh,
I can't see it yet.
So Ara, who's organizing the Boston user group, said that he will do a hangout tomorrow at his user group and trying to fix bugs. So I virtually assigned him 2 bugs, which are this one, delete multiple submissions raises exceptions, and theming the TinyMC dialog. So they should be easy to do. We'll see if they will work on that. So it's an interesting way of using the user groups to fix bugs. So, and he should do that tomorrow if they're able to do it. All the other ones should be pretty easy to fix. And we also have some bugs to triage. 18, but I already did most of them, so I can looked at them and I can explain you what should be done. So this one I just opened it before. So today in the comments management, if you click on an action on a comment like edit, spam, or delete, then it goes to a detail to the list of all the comments of the item that you clicked before. It's weird redirection. I didn't understand what it was. I think it's an issue, so it's easy to fix. It's just a return URL to apply. So I'm doing it active, but this will be the only one. And it's not very important, so it's just intermittent HTTP anti-forgery exceptions. I don't think this is a bug. This is a deployment issue, okay? And I don't know what issue it is, and it is intermittent, which means
machine key again?
Yeah, but he says he has the machine key on the farms, and so it's on the farm, and I don't know.
Maybe one of the machines in the farm.
I'd rather continue discussion on the forums than here, because until it's proven to be a bug, it should not be a bug.
Did I comment on that?
Yes. He says he gave the...
Oh, okay.
So, can I close it and push him back to the discussions before reopening it?
Yeah.
Jester, who's Jester?
Okay, same thing, codegen theme, set current, oops, boom, invalid manifest. So I tried to reproduce this one because it just says about codegening a theme based on using a base theme. So if I can't repro, I will close it, okay? But I make it active right now and try to repro it. It should be easy. If I can't, this one is from Sarki. So the issue is that if there is a circular dependency in modules, there is a big bug. There is a Stack Overflow exception. He's suggesting that we should detect it and at least show an error message, a meaningful error message. Otherwise, you go in a Stack Overflow. I say later, okay, because it's not a bug, it's current behavior.
Well,
yes, but it's more meaningful messages.
In cycles are not that hard to detect. But yeah, future. And
you agreed it was not important. This one also is not a bug. It's a suggestion to automatic, because now we have a script when we deploy on Azure, automatic script which is executed on Azure Cloud Service, and this guy is suggesting that we should register the common MIME types of videos on Azure on the server itself, so we don't even have to define them in the blog metadata. He's also the guy who suggested that we should have blog metadata defined in MIME types for Azure. It was a good suggestion, we did it. So it's also nice to have. You can do it today on your own startup file. So I'll make it active, but for later, like to be discussed later. Menu item not hiding if no view content permission. Okay, this is an issue. It's just that we are checking for permission objects and not the name of permission. So this is a small issue and the fix is provided. Investigate app startup time on low spec servers. Not for 1.6, but why not? Error page when error is a non-themed controller. So if you, don't render a view and there is an error, the error page is not themed. I don't think we should really care right now.
Put it for later.
Yeah, yes, but it should be an easy fix, right? Yeah.
I'm not sure. Well, it's just about that if it should be an easy fix. It's like if the error page is written, we could check that the theme is applied and force it. Yeah. So what do you think?
It doesn't sound like a bug.
Yeah, it is a bug.
Well, really?
Yeah.
You might not want the error page styled like everything else, though.
Well, yeah, because why would you directly navigate? Well, yes. Well, if the controller action, if the view corresponding to that controller action is just completely custom, not using themes at all. I have actually a few modules doing that. Mm-hmm. It's a legitimate scenario. In that case, you still want the error page to be fully skinned.
If it's a view result, if it's a content result, you don't want theming at all.
Yes, absolutely agree. Yeah.
Well, it's an easy fix. It's just setting a flag when we return the error page.
In 1.6?
Later?
Sure. Yeah, it's fine for later. So what's the idea here? Are we shipping next week?
RC on Monday.
Okay.
Because Nicolas likes releases on Mondays. So this was submitted by Piotr. If you do a sum on table directly, there is an issue, and that's an Hibernate bug, as he's pointing it. So we push it for later because we can't do anything, but it's nice to have reported it, and I think there is a workaround.
I was thinking about about adding some extension method that could just set up things so it.
People won't find it. If there is a bug open and we have a workaround and we know what to tell people when it's there and when the
but if you would put the extension method in altered namespace.
No, to fix a bug right now. No.
Just put the code for that extension method as a comment on that bug. And,
because when we fix the bug, then if we can't remove the extension methods because it will be a breaking change.
All right. Sure, but I will, put some code that, if someone just gets the same problem, so keep it, just fix it. So, okay.
So what is it? This one?
This one, I think, has already been fixed.
I remember you have opened this one a long time ago.
Yeah, exactly, and it was fixed. It was just because DLLs were not added to the collection when to the DLL collection when compiling.
But, we fixed it for 1.6, you mean?
We fixed it in 1.4 or something like this. It was a very old thing.
Yeah, there is a.
That's what version he's using.
There is a pretty specific repro here. There is a discussion that is linked with all the details.
Maybe the DLL. Maybe the DLL is not copied to dependencies or something because the workaround
It is. Look at the discussion. It is.
The workaround is to drop the DLL into the root bin folder.
No, what I highlighted.
But maybe it's there, but maybe in the dependencies XML is not there. I don't know. Because, or maybe there's a bug in the code that adds DLLs, DLL references.
I take a look at that. Technical field name prevent wrong override. It's just about that if you define the technical field name from code like in the migrations and it contains very standard chars like AZ in lowercase or uppercase, you won't be able to define an alternate. Maybe we should validate the.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I think there is a HTML classify called on a string.
No, I mean we don't validate it by code. When you added metadata by code migrations, we don't validate it. We validate the UI, not the code. but I do it for later.
Yeah.
This one later. So this, I got it at some point, and I don't understand the issue. So Zoltan provided a patch which is having a dependency on navigation from everything which defines CSS like that. But I don't like the solution. Bug. And I can't report the bug anymore, so I don't know how you get the issue. And I don't know how I got the issue.
Well, I don't know. It just happened on a quite new source.
Yeah, but I rebuilt and it was okay. I can't report it anymore. I got it once, just before you showed it. Maybe it was just a temporary change set which made it, and we happened to see the same one, and then it was fixed.
Yeah,
so I'll close it, and if you have a repro, we reopen it, okay?
Alright.
I like should be more failure proof. Make it more failure proof. I don't know how. Yeah, so you hit an issue with the search index. It was the more the integrity was broken. Then I was to upload some segments 5 from another site and remember the index. Okay. So when you click on rebuild index, it's not fixing the issue. That's what you say?
No, I can't click the rebuild index button because on that page I get this.
Oh, okay. So we might need to fix that. That if it's broken, we could still click the rebuild index.
Oh yeah, that's the issue about.
Okay, so I will do that. So okay, I think we can fix that, but for later, we just need to test part names lowercase and not exactly, but that's not a big issue. This is a specific issue to external blog posts. We talked about that last week.
Yeah.
No, we didn't. No, yes, we did. So what is external blog post? Where is it already? I forgot.
It's what's displaying the posts on the homepage of OurChargeRate.net. And
but where does he get it?
From the gallery, I think. But yeah, you can close it. I think it's just that it should implement the title aspect, and it doesn't.
I will.
So it's yeah.
Who wrote it? Ah, okay.
Bertrand or Bernard? I forgot.
Who's Bernard?
So this one is from the Noisette module with the latest change set. Maybe you want to try it, Bertrand. There is a query, a weird one, okay, which says query version options latest. I don't know what it means.
What's weird about that?
What do you mean by latest?
That's one of the versions in there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. But what do you want to do by saying I want to query the latest version? So whether it's a draft or a published version, give me the latest.
Yes.
Okay. Then there is a count. But you know that the count on the latest.
It should return 1. No.
No, it should return everything.
The number, yeah, the number of product parts in there.
But every product part, even if they are just drafts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And so okay, I think the count is refreshing it, so it might be a bug, but so looks like it takes the amount of all again, looks like it takes the amount of all content items. Okay, yes, that's exactly what it should do, because you just ask version options.latest, so there will be all content items.
Yeah, but does it take the amount of all content items that have product part, or all content items, which would mean that it's a bug for some reason? You know, if it counts everything.
Okay, if you enumerate the results of the query, you should get the same number of items as you would get by calling query.count. Should be the same.
Okay, let's see. I try to repro. Is version. I expect that the issue is in version options.latest then.
Yeah, but that's what I need.
Okay.
It's in an admin view, so.
Shape tracing model. So this is by design. The issue is that if you have an enumeration of values, in the shape tracing we show, okay, first item is as that and is this one. But technically, because it's an enumeration, you can't type it like that. So you can't copy paste. But we still show the items. So I will say by design.
Is there any way we could make this work?
We could say model maybe .to array because it's enumerable, then square 0.
What dot element at? Is that on IME?
Oh yeah, it might work. Element at.
Yeah, or element at, yeah.
Okay, let's do that. You will need the extension method, but it's okay. Active.
Oh yeah, it's dynamic, so extraction methods won't work.
Won't work. So we have to cast it, and that will be ugly. Kill him.
You know, in Vietnam they eat cat.
Yeah, and you know half eat cats?
Yeah, I love Alf.
What is that? The French?
Maybe it's a different name in English. I don't know.
What's his name I don't know.
No, that's a
that extraterrestrial that eats cats.
Yes. TV show back in the late '80s. Elf.
Yeah, but
Oh, Alf, Alfie. Oh, yeah.
ALF.
Yeah.
There is no H in there.
I love cats. Ha! Yes, that.
there is no H. So
I love cats.
Right there. This one.
yeah, this one. Okay. So remember?
Yeah, I remember him.
That's the high point of American culture.
My internet is slow. Okay, you saw that.
Okay.
But I love how Sebastian is the one to remember that and makes the comment.
Active.
Was
We
it all
still
dubbed-
we still need
was
to
it all
kill this
dubbed in
guy.
French? Was it all dubbed in French for you?
It was in French, yes, for me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ah, j'adore les chats.
On fait bien une pâté de chat.
16. I might give some more to Ara. Okay. So I will. Can I close the issue tracker? So there is no more issue created? That would be a solution. At some point we'll have to fix it, even if we have new bugs, we'll have to say stop, we don't care.
No,
It's
well,
gonna be the least buggiest system.
We're just going to put them all in future.
Yeah, but at some point we have to say we don't care, like those ones, we still accepted them. And we are still back to 16, you know? Okay.
It's gonna be the least buggiest system ever.
Yeah, no, but you want to know a stat? Look at that. Fixed, closed, 1.6, 181. The last time we had so much issues fixed was for 1.4, and 1.4 was huge. Projections, auto route, you know, and it lasted a long time. We released 1.5 in July, late July. So work on this one and lots of bug fixes.
Yeah.
Because they're just about bug fixes and not new feature.
So
It's
how many
great.
do we have? 16?
16 more. We won't hit 200, maybe. Maybe we will. But that's huge.
Yeah, and we should mention that there were a couple of big changes recently. You know, the jQuery UI backed out, and
Oh yeah. So
And
I for Antoine, maybe you saw that I backed out the jQuery UI update. I went back to 1.8.3 because it was breaking shape tracing.
Ah, so that's what it was breaking. Okay.
And it was also breaking some the tokens autocomplete. It was adding some new overlay information, which was not handled in our code. So it was more work. And then I was about to fix that, but Nick reported that the shape tracing was broken, and I saw it was also jQuery UI. So I fixed that. We need more time to integrate 1.9.
Yeah.
It was only an RC anyway, so. Right.
I kept jQuery 1.8.2, but not jQuery UI. Okay, done. Demos.
Who's ready?
I can start.
Okay, go ahead.
Quick.
Right.
Be prepared for some awesomeness.
Yeah, Bertrand told that last week.
I hope
It was awesome.
No. You be prepared for some awesomeness in 1.7.
Can you see my screen?
No, and that's a
No.
good thing, maybe.
No.
Go on.
Okay, then I quickly hide some windows.
It's appearing for me. Awesomeness. Haha. What, you made projection?
Even more awesome.
A bit different thing. By the way, two things that is related to what
Black for me.
Zoltan is
Yeah,
going
it's
to
okay.
show.
Ontart bertutamot, bermutatot.
Did you fix world hunger, Sebastian?
Your Hungarian is very good, Sebastian.
How do you say that in Hungarian?
Föntart bemutatót.
That's what I said. I have the accent. Good. Tak.
So,
That's Polish. Sorry. Sorry. That's Polish.
Link is telling me that this meeting will end shortly because everyone but guests have left.
Oh.
Okay, bye.
Whoa.
Oh yes,
like you wanted
so
to
that
say
was community.
something.
Yes, I want. Yeah, I wanted you to show this module because I wanted to complain about that. About this screen.
about
that's an awesome module. That's an awful screen.
Well, Sebastian, I'm happily accepting pull requests. So.
Yeah. don't worry, Nick will do that. Oh, and by the way, if you accept pull requests, I'm sure Piotr can push some things to you directly without asking.
Bam!
I will make my own steering committee meeting for Combinator.
Okay.
What's your problem with the screen, Sebastian?
Too many things, too much things. It's not readable enough. And you see big text boxes. It's like, wow, it scares me. Like I have to type lots of things here.
Big text box, like in rewrite rules.
Yeah.
No, rewrite rules it's a big text area, which is different. Because it's a complex module, you know. You don't need to use that. This one, everyone should use it. It should be just I click and I have the default settings, and then I can go advance and customize.
Yeah, actually, so what it loads are the default settings.
So, but show us. Okay, go.
Okay, so actually, what the new thing here is, for those not knowing this module, it just takes all the static resources like CSS files and JavaScript and bubbles it into one resource, or you can define here resource sets. I think this was an idea of the Monarch, by the way, who is on the call, and then it can split the resources up into different sets, so you can reuse these sets between page calls. So, for example, you can have a jQuery set because that's very common. But that aside, what's new is sprite image generation, because that was a big piece of work to include. So let's see it in action.
Yeah. Blah blah blah. Push the button.
I just clear a cache for you so you can see it's really live. I'm actually using a third-party library behind it. Well, not a
GPL?
library. Sorry?
GPL?
No.
Cool.
It's a small library written actually by a girl, and it uses a floor tiling algorithm to calculate the optimized layout for sprite images. I had to modify it heavily, but it works. Okay, so here you see some pictures of cats, because cats are awesome and everybody likes cats. And what's special about this page that there are 4 images actually. Sorry?
You don't know my cat.
If your cat's pictures are in Google image search, then it can be. Maybe your cat is blogging or something like that. So you can see that I know it's a very nice design. Thank you. So there is a sprite image generated. Here is a sprite image. Actually, we can look at it as well. And the CSS is automatically modified, so the background positions.
So can we see the before and after?
Yeah, but I have to. Actually, that's the start image.
To uncheck the checkbox, or?
Yeah, but this will only disable sprite image generation, not the whole bundling and minification. But let's see.
I see some page. I don't want to see it again.
Yeah, is this PHP?
Oh, you will see it. You will see it again.
Okay. And by the way, in the meanwhile, the cache is clearing. I'll show you what's.
He made a WordPress virtual machine, and you can use WordPress plugins into Orchard using PHP virtual machine. Crazy, Benedict, you're crazy.
Almost.
It was Ilan's idea, by the way, on Harvest, if you remember. Yes. Oh, but don't spoil it. Don't spoil
all WordPress calls to Orchard calls.
I can tell you that One Stop would pay heavily for that. There's a bounty on that.
Oh.
Okay, we'll talk about that later, Ilan. Okay.
Can we pay against it?
You can pay against it.
Okay, I
let's
tell
have
you
an
my
option.
number.
Let me call Clara and Polar. I have some
Okay,
farms.
so what's awesome here is that it detects if it really can't make sprites of some images. So as you can see, it has some background position and background size property sets. This can't be sprited. This is although non-repeating, but it has a background position that's not top left. This can't be sprited either. But these two other images can be sprited, and here's the...
So you even define some external content and local content? Because
sorry?
I mean some images from outside your website on the internet.
Oh yeah, actually all these images were from the internet, so non-local.
Yeah, but they're from the internet, but it is linking to internet, and some others are linking to your local machine. That's different.
Yeah, that's because all the images can be sprited. So as you can see, because here's the original CSS, this was a remote image as well, but it was downloaded and sprited to this image here. Now I can show you the original page, and it should be...
So it's weird. You have two background image declaration, the original one and the new one?
Yeah, actually
so it will still download the original one and then download the new sprite?
This isn't... You're not spriting up in an external image, are you?
So these are two questions. The first one, if your CSS is parsed before images are downloaded, then not. So only the sprited image will be downloaded.
Okay, I have to try that. I'm sure it's optimized like that, but I want to see it.
I think I tried and it works like that, but we can double check. So here's the original site, and it should be the same. The second one, yeah, it downloads external images.
Aren't you altering the CSS by yourself because you are injecting it? So can't you, just to be sure, comment out the first declaration?
Well, actually, there's a CSS parser in the background, and
that's yes or no?
This way. Sorry?
How does...
There's a CSS parser. It's called XCSS. And
yeah, can you or not do it, or you think it's not? You should not do it.
I haven't thought about it because it just works, right?
Okay, so this is not you who does it. Okay.
So external URLs, spriting up those, is that really a good idea? Because what happens if you hit like a 302 and the image changes depending on the time of the day? You know, sometimes they're image resources rather than hard images.
Well, thanks for that.
It's just a checkbox. Include external images in the sprite, and boom, done.
Yeah, actually.
And I'm sure there is 3 text boxes already for that in his screen.
Yeah. And I can show it. Thank you for going away. Okay. Yeah. Here's the checkbox generic for image spriting, but you can exclude images from sprite generation in 2 ways. One is to have a no sprite string on the class of the image, on the class of the block where the image is included, and the other variation is to have the no sprite string in the URL of the image. So for external URLs, you will naturally go with the marking class.
Nice.
Cool.
Take that, Nick.
That's good. No, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that.
So go on. So now the awesome demo?
Yeah. So that's for Combinator, and the other one is we have been working on with Panadec over the weekend, and that's
I like the over the weekend.
Under a weekend.
Yeah, no, we are awesome, and look at it. We just made it in 2 days.
Actually, we did. No, 3 days because there was the Monday.
Actually, they are.
Thanks. And that's scripting, and more specifically for now, PHP scripting, because everybody is a PHP developer, and
everybody's a JavaScript developer.
That too, but even more PHP.
So if you click on the PHP drop-down, what does appear?
I can't show you because that's secret.
Click on that.
That's a work in progress, C#. But
Where's
for
VP?
now. Sorry.
And there's going
Shut
to
up,
be
Nick.
there's going to be Visual Basic too. But
No.
VB6, let's get that in there.
yeah, you know, just for fun, not to ignore anyone who wants to code VB.
So that's not exactly how you want to do that.
Which part?
You need to do that like in Drupal.
And what's it?
Filters.
Okay, so
It's like another. It's before rendering the text, it's applying a filter. Like, okay, let's apply a PHP filter on that one, and then the PHP code which will be generated will be interpreted and, you know.
Yes, but this is not the whole thing.
Okay.
So first, this is an extensible scripting engine, and we have syntax highlighting and everything.
It should be interpreting all the time as you change it, not as you run it. So when you edit the message here, it should just change as you type.
That's for vNext.
Yeah, like it was in TypeScript, right? That was cool, actually.
Yeah, so just before we head over to some other thing, you can, from the context, access all the services.
Can't you make an extension method for that, or should we ask Piotr to do that?
An extension method for what?
For $_orchard square and work context and.
That's the PHP way of.
Yeah, but I mean, can you do an extension method for that? Or instead of phrasing like that, you could have a global variable which is work context.
Yeah, of course. The reason we're doing this this way because in PHP there are global hash sets or hash tables like that. So for the environment, for server variables.
Okay, you can also say $work context equals that in your local context, and then
yeah, of course.
Okay.
But that's just the test bed here.
So.
But we have also written an action filter.
Is it related to PHP Phalange or something like that?
Sorry, could you please repeat?
This is a PHP interpreter in C#? In .NET?
Yes,
it's
called Phalanger.
Yeah, that's what I said. Okay, Phalanger, I was calling it.
Yeah,
where is the JavaScript drop-down option?
Where is the JavaScript drop-down option?
Coming soon.
Who built a cool JavaScript interpreter in C#?
Yeah, there is one, and as C# too, and Visual Basic too, and yeah, stuff like that. Oh,
yeah, Sebastian made one.
Wow. Then Sebastian can write a provider for that.
No, either I do that, I fix bugs for Orchard.
Do that.
Okay.
Do that.
Then maybe Piotr.
Okay, so this is plugging into the scripting infrastructure of Orchard, the existing one, right?
Not.
No, why would they reuse what is done? They will just reinvent the wheel.
Because you know it's in there. I mean, we're only running Ruby so far, but and Ruby should be in that list, by the way.
I know, but I've looked into it. But implementing everything that's required by that Microsoft scripting engine, or I don't know what it is called.
Not that.
Then which one?
In Orchard, you know the way layer rules are evaluated.
Yeah,
there is a pluggable scripting engine in there, and it supports Ruby out of the box. This should be brought together.
Okay.
Yeah, but
so what can you do with that then? Because there must be some hidden stuff behind that, or is it just that?
Well, what I wanted to show, this is an action here. So
so then it was an action, so I agree. I concur with Bertrand. This is very nice, but do it a nicer way. Implement the iScript engine in Orchard so that when you select the script engine, it's available everywhere. And it's already integrated with rules. There is already a rule named script.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is, the interface we are using here is this. Very simple. The interface of the scripting is very complicated for implementing with PHP. So there is no implementation currently for that Microsoft Dynamic Scripting, or what is it called? The engine behind that.
I don't trust you. Let me see.
Where is scripting.dr? Let me show you. It's here. So to use this these classes that in Microsoft the scripting.hosting namespace, there should be a lot of work done for PHP. It's done for Ruby and it's done for Python, if I can remember, but it's not done for PHP. I'm currently discussing this with the developer, or one of the developers of Challenger, but he's not sure.
That will be sad.
Yeah, I don't think we want to reproduce these. I mean, it's very cool. It's awesome, but I think we really want to. If there is something to fix in the existing infrastructure, that's one thing. But creating a parallel implementation like that, I really don't feel that good about that.
Yeah,
I hope we can. I hope we can bring them together.
Yeah, one additional thing, I haven't found a way to use scripting engines in parallel with these implementations and through these interfaces. In our scripting manager service, there's simply a selector for engines. So that's a thing lacking, I think.
Okay, well, if you want to propose changes to the existing implementation, that would be great. If you can summarize, what the issues are.
Right. But really, in current state, the built-in services can't really play along with Challenger without much work, I mean.
I understand.
And one last thing, that we have also implemented a view engine, so you can write PHP views. So this is a PHP view inside the C machine. You see its branding is the branding shape, and actually that's what's displayed here. Oh, how cool is this now?
It doesn't work with sprite generation.
Maybe, I don't know, something happened. But the real
is it more performant than Orchard, than Razor Views?
No, and I don't know. I haven't measured, but that's not the thing.
Yeah.
So the point here was to lure PHP developers into the world of Orchard, and possibly make migrations from PHP CMSs easier, or the migration of PHP themes easier.
You want maybe the migration of plugins easier.
No, you can't do that.
Actually, we looked into that, but it really would need a kind of a virtual machine.
I understand why you would think that, Ilan, but you're very, very, very...
Yeah, that's not possible. You can do that. You know,
everything's possible.
Yes, it will be cheaper to hire a bunch of people, very cheap people, to do that, to migrate a module, than even thinking about doing a module which will do that for you.
Yeah, so maybe
cheaper,
we need to do that
easier,
too.
and it will work.
Or if you love that plugin so much, use WordPress.
No, that's sauce. That last comment is sauce.
So that's it. Thank you for that, Angela.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Sipke?
Okay, I've also a very complex demo. It's no configuration. The idea is I have two demos. One is for, we have content, and the word content types and content parts here.
Can I make just a comment?
Sure. Always.
So I have a class named iScriptExpressionEvaluator, and it just takes one method, evaluate. So
very well. And where is that? I haven't found it.
If you go into orchard.scripting, okay, no, maybe just in orchard this module. Okay, forget about that. I will think about that more. But okay, go on, Sipke, sorry. I won't stop you anymore.
Okay. Yeah, I moved the content types tab and the content parts tab to the menu here, because what I wanted to do is, and I want your opinions on this. I want to divide the content types by their stereotype, so that it would be more easy to identify which content types are widgets, which one are menu items, or just content, or of course the all. And this list will show all of the content types. So I need your opinions on this. Personally, I think this is easier because I spend a lot of time in the content types list. But the side effect is that I also had to move the content parts to this admin menu to the left.
Yeah, I've always hated that it's a tab under content. I think it's a completely different task. It's a different user who's going to go in there. I don't like that we're confusing content users with metadata. I think they should be separated.
Yeah, might be part of a broader thinking of this menu, because we are mixing settings and metadata and
not only that, but when you have
everything.
a number of modules enabled, it becomes messy very fast. So I think we need to think for a future version about how we reorganize that menu.
One thing you could do is see how settings has got a little drop down and it displays. You could have the title as content and the stuff underneath that maybe.
We need more sections like that. We just have to think about what sections.
Totally.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. So it could be a bigger team then. So should we do it like this for one of the upcoming releases, or should we wait with that and until we have this more, the approach where we redefine the way we separate metadata and content?
What is the separate metadata and content? Isn't it the same?
I'm just right now we have content tasks and configuration tasks like.
Okay. You are showing tabs for okay. I didn't see that. Sorry. You are showing tabs for widget and menu item based on the stereotype.
Stereotypes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but it can be, everything can be done at the same time. Like if we decide to reorganize the navigation, we can also inject your new separation of concerns from the stereotype information. We could do that at the same time and discuss that at the same time.
Okay.
Because we want to maybe rethink the navigation of thing in Orchard.
Got it. Right.
We might even think about how the orchard tree will be injected in that way.
What do you mean?
The orchard tree, the Bertrand's module, new module.
Oh, I didn't see that. No, not yet.
Okay.
No. Okay. Okay, cool. So that's for this. That's it for this idea. I had another idea.
I don't mind if it's done in 1.7. For me, it's an orthogonal question. It's completely different than what we have. That what we want to do is about organizing the navigation. It might be a breaking change though, but
we can also revise what permissions get applied to those menu entries, so that a user who has permissions to modify content types gets that sort of improvement. But users who only enter contents would have the really streamlined version. It should already be the case, but I'm not sure it's optimal anymore.
Okay. Okay, so we can think about it then.
Another thing that I implemented along the same lines that I implemented in Vandelay is to have a drop-down under content that shows you your content types directly, the same way they are under new. And that enables you to access, for example, your list of products directly.
Yeah, I've seen that, which is really nice. Are you suggesting to do a similar thing with content types?
I'm just suggesting that there is a lot that we can do to streamline
Didn't we do something more useful? Yeah, didn't we do also something with admin menu?
Yes, I was about to talk about that, like using projections for admin screen, or maybe it's not that.
No, we did something on the on the theming side where you could then manipulate the admin menu and organize it.
Yeah, so that's a one-stop module. You can actually add your own entries to the admin menu, pointing to any action you want. Add some sub menus, reorganize things. And,
we made that public
as well.
Yeah, we made that public, and we could, if you guys wanted, put that in the core or take a part of it and whatever you want to do with it.
Thanks. Okay.
That might be a feature team for 1.7 navigation. Well, navigation, admin navigation, or.
Okay, cool.
It'd be good. Do we have anybody that we know that has come out of the woodwork that's strong on UX specifically? They may not come to the meetings regularly, but that they ask questions. It'd be good to have a little UX team.
Yeah, we might also disagree with those guys.
That's fine, but at least we can get somebody who does this day in day out, where you guys do architecture and coding day in day out.
No, it's someone called Claire, isn't it, or something like that? She tweeted me a while.
So a dev can't like cats. That's what you say?
Yes.
Okay, and beautiful women too.
No, you can like beautiful women, just not cats.
Okay, and also like beautiful navigation?
That's right, but you have to go through the benevolent dictator. So, on that aside, it would be good, though, to have a committee or people that volunteer, just like they do to fix bugs, to potentially make some recommendations, and then they would be either voted on by the committee or by the community at large. Getting more people involved to help.
Westside Web Girl. Westside Web Gal. That's it. She would look at UX stuff, if I remember correctly. I don't know. I thought her name was something else, but.
Okay, and so this is related to optimizing the UI a bit. An typical Orchid instance can have a lot of parts, but many users, they don't immediately know what to do with it, or what the purpose is of the parts. So there's a little setting added to a part called description. You can edit it from the backend here. You can use migrations, of course, to set the setting, the description setting. Why is it empty?
It's nice. Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Yeah, so, and then you will also see it when you attach a part to it.
Oh, something I was thinking also, maybe somehow related to usability. I'd like to be able to extend the setup experience so that we can provide custom steps in module. And those modules will trigger some UI after the main setup, which, for instance, will let you enter some information like next step. For instance, you take the blog recipe. Next step is to set up an email if you want to receive emails on comments when a comment is added, or stuff like that.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So like a setup wizard?
Yeah, like adding some wizard steps to the setup, and any module could add more wizards. So recipe is good because it's automating things, but there is no user dialogue with that. So, and sometimes we need that. Like if we really require an email for the administrator, why not have a wizard step for that? Or if we use a big recipe to set up a blog, maybe we need more information about that. Do you want to enable comments, or do you want to use, I don't know, stupid example, do you want to use discuss comments or integrated comments? Oh, discuss comments, done, boom.
I totally agree with that, and including other parts. I mean, we've got like the common summary parts that we've built out, which gives you a lot more settings that you can make front-facing when provisioning or adding a module.
So
what do you guys think about this? That would be great. What about if you already have an orchard instance and you want to execute a recipe, or maybe execute that wizard step to, you know, you have a simple instance, but you want to completely set it up as a CRM system or an advanced blog system.
Yeah, maybe extending that so it can be used even after setup. Like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it could be. Let's think about that. Yeah.
That we're facing that problem right now. We have a client set up, but we want to run the blog. We want to set up the blogging engine on it right now, but it would be nice to have those capabilities of adding those, of checking off those settings, so when you run it, that's set up the way you want.
And also changing. I was not thinking about changing the settings when they are set up. Like, I was just thinking about applying, like a recipe, but a configurable recipe.
Yeah.
Not written in the bubble, you know. So being able then to change it back, it will be very difficult for setup wizards to make it like that.
I think the changing it back would be more about specific use cases. So, for example, with blogs, and if you're using the summary part setting, you wanted to change it from character count to word count, then you can then use
this
the
case,
there.
it's about configuring the modules you have already configured, reconfiguring them. So maybe you can do it from the admin. You should be able to do it from the admin if you can do it like that.
That's what I was trying to get to.
Today, you can, from the admin, you can define if you want a discuss module or if you want the comments. What I wanted to do is just the next step to the setup, so that you don't have to do it by going to the admin. You just check boxes and that's done. And that will set up the first time for you.
Right.
And if you haven't set it up for the first time, like you suggested, it would be interesting to, okay, let's run those setup wizards for the first time. If you run it a second time, there might be some odd behaviors because it was not meant.
No, we're not suggesting to run it a second time. We're only suggesting to run it at provisioning and then run it again when you're going to enable a particular module that may benefit from the wizard.
Okay, I see. Yeah, so it will be integrated into the setup, and also when you install, for instance, a new module or enable a specific feature, okay, you enable this feature. This is the step you need to file before.
That's right.
That almost sounds like a feature, like a wizard feature for new modules.
Yes.
That's
like
right.
You just supply some general.
We have recipes. We have recipes. We could also have wizards. A recipe could have wizard steps. We have data today. We have we have commands, we have everything in recipe. We could also have wizards and link to specific controllers or actions to execute for wizards, and it would be nice. I think there is this concept in
sounds like workflow
in the WebPI, in the WebPI platform. So when you download an application from the web gallery, then you have some wizard things. Like you can define which database you want, or do you want to enter this or this value. So maybe we should look at that, how they did that, and our extensibilities, and also the UI in Windows Azure Portal is interesting, where you see the number of steps you have to go through, and you can skip them if they are skippable, and it's also interesting. Maybe you should look at that. Who is taking notes? It's Sipka?
Yeah, I'm taking notes, please. Yeah.
We know you are, Sipka. You're still sharing.
Okay.
Sebastian, just wanted to add one thing. Zoltan mentioned one nice thing that would be useful to have in the future versions, namely the extending the scripting so we could have multiple runtime engines that are there, because right now we can have only one enabled.
Yes.
But having multiple and choosing, you know, by name or something.
That's why I was talking about filters. You could say that this part of the application need to be filtered after by PHP. In Drupal, it's very interesting how they did that. Maybe I can point you to some links where they explain how filters works in Drupal, and cool. Because it's very interesting. And these are two different maybe behaviors. Having a global script engine for all the script rules we might have, or it's interesting to have the layers and the rules using the same script engine. Why would you use, this syntax will be Ruby and this one will be JavaScript? That makes no sense.
Yeah, I know, but it could be a setting.
Yes, but for specific use, you might want to say, okay, execute this script engine. So that's why I say it's two different matters, and we should look at Drupal for that.
Okay.
So yeah, 1.7. We took the best from every CMS out there. Sorry.
You shouldn't apologize. It's the best way to do it. We should just thank them.
No, they take from us too.
They should. That means that, you know what? That means that we're doing the right things.
They do. Well, in the end, we'll just have the same CMS, or everyone will have the same CMS.
Umbercrave tried to take clay objects, and it didn't work out so well, did it?
What?
No, they used clay at the beginning.
Yeah, and it didn't work out so well.
Yeah, briefly. Yeah.
So that's what I meant.
It was too awesome.
Yeah, something like that, I assume.
Okay.
All right. Anything else? Only 4 demos?
Good meetings, 4 demos.
Excellent meeting.
Oh, yeah.
Discussion about next version.
One thing I forgot last time, and maybe the time before, that's something Sebastian proposed to discuss.
Okay, this must be something great then. Okay, go on.
It's the writer's thing.
Oh yeah. I told you to discuss it. Okay.
The what?
And it's to have other categories in the gallery. More specifically, I requested him to create a gallery category for the associative modules, because there are already 6 of them. Of course, he refused, but he proposed to discuss this.
I refused because I won't do it like that now, and I won't do. So the idea is that today in the gallery we have categories for modules like admin, security, things like that. At the beginning, I thought he wanted me to create a new tab, like we have module, theme, and like his category. And I didn't want to do that, but he was not meaning that. He was just meaning the categories on the left bar. And this is doable. And I suggested him to trigger discussion because we might also want to change all those categories in the gallery, because most of them are not used, or I don't know how people use categories for that. I mean, if you go, I never go to the gallery. I'm not a gallery user. I barely use our chart actually. So, but if you go to module, on the left there is a set of categories, and if I click to, for instance, if I click on mobile, I have, it's used. I don't know how people use that. And yeah, maybe we could have different categories for specific application frameworks, or I don't know. So if Zoltan wants a custom one for his own modules, not because he made them, but because it's about his graph database. But it could be easy to do. So we could do it quickly if everyone agrees about that. But it leads to another discussion, which is we need to discuss about this gallery and the next.
Yeah, it needs some love.
Yeah, more than love.
Steamy love. What do you think? What do you think we need to do with it?
So first question is, should we add a category for Zoltan's framework?
Yeah, why not?
Yes, you should.
Yeah, committee members.
What's the question?
So the question is, should we add a new category in the gallery on top of admin, mobile, localization, everything with what is the name of your application, of your framework? Associativity, like, okay, associativity modules.
Do you want a category for one module?
No.
Should we have a category, something like astronaut or?
No. Okay, so he has an application made based on, oh, maybe, ideally he would like a gallery, okay? Module right now for his framework, for his orchard custom implementation.
Yeah, because there are many modules in it. It really doesn't fit into any of the other categories, and there are many categories that have less modules in them combined.
Okay, what would be the name of the category?
Was it extension points or extensibility?
Modules. Associativity. The issue is that people will not understand what it is, and they will download them.
Or they will be very curious and they will look into the category to see what it is.
Yeah, I'm sure well, that's not an issue then, but we will care about the issues and people saying, oh, this module doesn't work, and you will spend your time answering them. Well, first go to this website and see that, you see. No, maybe no, you already need a specific gallery for that, even if it's a small one. And the issue is that you can't install a simple gallery right now. It's too complex to install the orchard gallery.
Let's think about it.
We don't need to make the decision this week, do you guys? So.
No, I agree.
What was the other thing, Sebastian? What other things around the gallery did you want to talk about?
Yeah, we let another week. We can talk about all these ideas we have for the gallery.
Destroy it, redo it from scratch.
Yeah, but not destroy it, but do something using the new principle we have discussed, like using distributed version control system to host all the modules, and just have a library of links to those modules, and then we package them on the fly and render them and still use the data for compatibility. Lots of stuff to think about. And
yeah, let's just build it on Git.
Yes, Git or maybe Mercurial too, because if we want to be compatible with the current ones, and today most of them are on Codeplex, so we could just point to that. So
yeah, the problem with Mercurial is that the only library that works is in Python.
Yes and no. Do we really care about connecting through DVCS like that, or just like having a pointer to some download link to? Well, we can also say that when we change to Git, we first change to Git, and then after we can rely on Git for also the modules. And
yeah.
So many discussions. Yeah.
Maintaining to implementation is not going to be nice. Okay. All right. Anything else?
Lunch.
Okay.
Are you buying? Everyone meet up at Sebastian's. He's buying lunch.
I don't want any baguette and cheese.
Come on.
Right, thanks everyone. And next week we'll have an RC.
What?
Yes,
right.
RC,
right.
release candidate. And one day after we'll have RC2.
And by the end of the week.
And 1 week after, if our nice Antoine tests it, because he's always the only one to test it, finding critical bugs, we'll have a release. And because he will be the only one to try again the release, we'll have a 1.7.1, 1.6.1 just after. That's the plan, okay?
Sounds good. Everyone, we'll talk to you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Eat the cats.